Sense Department is noticing that during campaign stops, former President Trump is asking the old question, are you better off today than you were 4 years ago? And Trump has now gotten a response from President Biden, who says, quote, well, Donald, I'm glad you asked that question, man, because I hope everyone in the country takes a minute to think back to what it was like in March of 2020. So if you have a minute, Common Sense would like to rewind the clock. In March of 2020, AAA says the average price of gas was $1.99 a gallon. Today it's $3.53. Mortgage rates in March 2020 averaged 3.29%. Today it's 7.2%. Food up 25%. Rent 22% up. Credit card debt 47% up. In 4 years, the illegal immigration population has gone up by 8 to 9 million. Homelessness, crime also up. In fairness, some things are down, like test scores, arrests, and national pride. A Monmouth poll released today says 34% of Americans, 1/3 of the country, would settle in a different country if they were able. The previous high was in 1972, when 13% of Americans said they would leave. Common Sense thinks maybe instead of asking, are you better off today than you were 4 years ago, the question should be, what the hell is happening?
Biden has really put his foot in his mouth again. I'd love to be surprised, but I'm not that surprised. You know, all I'm going to say that, I get over to laugh and say, like, I want all the Americans to think about how life was 4 years ago. Really? You sure you gonna ask that, sir? For example, he said, like, well, Donald Trump said, like, how you better off than you were 4 years ago? And that's what he said. Well, Donald, I'm glad you asked that question, man, because I hope everyone in this country takes a moment to think back what it was like in March of 2020. I can tell you, gas was cheaper. Mortgage was cheaper. Now, gas went from $1.99 to over $3. Mortgages doubled. What else went up in price? Oh, yeah. Food. Rent. Was food, rent, what else? Food, rent, I'm trying to think what else. Oh, yeah, credit card debt, that went up too. Unbelievable. Don't think anything else. Oh, yeah, crime is up. Illegal immigration went from 8 to almost 10 million illegal immigrants, aliens, migrants, whatever you want to call them. The same people that Mr. Biden and his cronies invited. And the worst part, though, is that before, like in 1972, like about a little bit more than 10% of the people in this country was settled to another country. Now it's up to a third. 34% of people say they would settle in another country if they could. Wow, we went for basically a third of us ready to get out because things are that bad. But yet, I'm still waiting for the Build Back Better. I'm still waiting to show, like, we're going to do better than Trump. We're still waiting. The problem is by the time, you know, he claims he's going to get to the point, it's not going to get better. It's getting worse. Much worse. My question to you folks is this. You think the first 4 years are bad? You sure you want to find out in another 4 years? You can call me whatever you want, but here's the thing. I'd rather be accused of being my own man and making my own mind. But you know what's bad? Like places like New York and Chicago start to look a little red, especially around this time of year. Hey, said what I said. Peace.